This is the Sports Nuggets Podcast. I'm Trevor, and this is Juan. Now, before you get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Go to your Apple Podcast apps and type our names in, and you'll see our content right there. You can download it, listen to it, and it'll go, whatever. You can also find us on any podcast platform that you guys use as well. We're everywhere in these streets, so check us out and join us and listen. Well, for the NFL Super Wildcard Weekend, let's be honest here. We got it was playoff. It may have been playoff football on TV, but was it playoff quality football is the question. And for the losers of all those 6 games, our friend Adonis says, you're written in the death note, but we are gonna say, let's take out the trash. Because that's exactly what you guys were this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Trash.
That's crazy. Every single loser. Maybe outside the Raiders, but they did their own stupidity too.
Yes, which we'll get to them in a second, because there's particular people in there that I really need to call out, because this is ridiculous.
Do they wear white and black colors?
Yes. Yes. Them too. But the other ones in silver and black.
No, we're going in order, so we're going to start with them, actually.
Yes.
Let's do it right now. Raiders, Cincinnati. Cincinnati's first playoff win since
1990.
Since before I was in this earth.
Yes.
Got it. All right. Watched this the AFC Championship game, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. Before they got lost to San Francisco. Wow.
Yes.
Jesus Lord, that's a long time ago. Well, yeah. They got their first playoff win against the Las Vegas Raiders, 26-19, even though that score, it didn't really feel particularly close to most of the game. I must say 75% of the game was under Cincinnati's control, a theme that you're going to really come by throughout this whole weekend. And if you hear moving curtains, it's because there is like 30-mile-an-hour winds going on outside New York City right now. Windy as crap, so... If you hear weird, scary, scratching tree branch noises, that's what it is. It's not a ghost, I swear. All right. So the focus of what we're trying to go through this entire show are more so the losers than winners. Because, again, for most of the games, there's not much to take away from the winners, because 4 out of 6 games were blowouts, and then all 6 games the winners controlled the game for more than 75% of the time. So how much can we really take away from the winners?
True.
So that's why we're going to focus on the losers. So we're going to focus more on the Raiders here, but let's give my guy the Burrow jersey. It's behind me, by the way, for people who aren't watching on YouTube. Let's give my guy some credit with a beautiful, beautiful throw on third. Was it like third and goal? Third and long, something like that in the red zone.
Yeah.
Even though it probably shouldn't have counted, because of those guys who wear blacks and whites don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
People only see Mahomes can do stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. It's funny because it's completely wrong, because most young quarterbacks can do that.
Yeah, especially today's age.
Yeah. Allen did the same thing that night.
Joe Burrow was phenomenal at his playoff debut. Him and Jamar Chase literally did whatever they wanted on this Raiders defense
for half the game.
Yes. For the first half, they were completely. It was like you couldn't stop them.
Mm-hmm.
But the Raiders did make some adjustments. Even though they made some adjustments, and what should have been a blowout in this game, they did manage to hold the Bengals to a lot of drives to 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they should have been touchdowns, and it should have been really, really bad.
Up 20 points in the first half.
Yeah.
6 points in the second half.
Yes. So they made a lot of adjustments in the second half to at least get back into it.
Unfortunately for the Raiders, they only scored the same amount of points in the second half too. Oh.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, only 6 points in the second half.
And I wonder why. Because I'll tell you why, actually. Because there were drives that were momentous drives that they could find themselves in the end zone, but unfortunately was stopped because of penalties. Now, what penalties made you ask? You would say holding penalties,
mm-hmm.
which is terrible. Come on, man. You work so you've been playing football your whole lives to know how to not do that, right? But there's one person in particular who was beyond bad. But it's been bad all season, actually.
Yes, he has.
Alex Leatherwood from Alabama.
Oh my God, bro.
This man literally stalled 2 potential touchdown drives because of holding calls. He was dreadful, and the problem is that if you're the Raiders, you have to think that, hey, even though it's only 1 year, he's a rookie and he may get better. Who knows? But this was a bad. If you have to constantly move him from different positions on the line, and he's struggling on every single position you put him in, something tells me that he's not very good.
Not even a little bit. And you know who agrees? Mark Davis. You know why? Because there's a certain person who's finally got fired.
Yes, Mike Mayock, the idiot who I called him an idiot for the last year or so. He's fired. And there you go. But we'll get to him more in a second, though, because there is ways to get back to this, though. But yeah, so they pretty much just stalled themselves. A lot of drives that they could have ended in touchdown, ended in field goals, but the most part, the defense did. I give the Green credit. They did slow down Burrow in the second half, only allowing 6 points.
5 for 12 on third down for the Bengals.
Yeah, so that's good right there. But why did they now? Of course, the Raiders got screwed on a call. Got screwed with a touchdown that was given to the Bengals because
some idiot ref blew a whistle for no reason.
Inadvertently blew a whistle, and when we were watching it, we weren't watching it with sound on because we were recording the AFC East showdown. Shakedown. So when we were watching it, we're saying that why they keep on going back to this play? Like the play's been over for the last 10 minutes. Like keep going back to it. But what we didn't know, because we had it on mute, what we didn't know is, they screwed up. And then the league is saying that, okay, fine, this crew, Jerome Boger, who's known for these type of calls.
You know what I heard today, which is actually a great point. It's kind of how it is for like certain specific positions in football.
Yeah.
If you know a specific person's name, that usually means that's a bad thing.
That's a bad thing, yes.
So like offensive linemen, for example, you either know offensive linemen for 2 things: either they're that damn good or they're that damn trash. It's one or the other. Referees is the same thing.
Most people don't know who offensive linemen, which I get it.
Which is normally a good thing.
Which is normally a good thing. I know most people who say the offensive lineman's names, like I don't know who that is. Oh, offensive lineman, unless you're just like dedicated and like know the whole roster. If that's different. But other than that, we're not gonna expect you to know every single offensive lineman. But if you know offensive lineman's name, that's usually a good thing, or a good thing if he's really good, or it's usually a bad thing.
Yeah, there's no in between.
There's no in between. It's either good or the bad. So Jerome Boger, he was known for his crews being completely
horrible ref,
horrible for years. And the NFL said we had enough. What you did is unacceptable. They tried to spin it to like, damn man, we can try to spin it in the best way we can.
Yeah, they lied their asses off the entire time they were asked about it.
Yeah, because they're like, we can't throw these people under the bus, but we kind of have no choice. So their way of saying, we're gonna do something about it. They will no longer officiate any more playoff games for the rest of the season, which is thank God. But that still doesn't. You still haven't fixed the problem. Why is his crew still able to officiate in the league? You know what I'm saying?
Another thing I heard. I think I heard this from NFL Ringer NFL. They said there should be NFL combines for refs now. So if you're hit a certain age, you need to go. Because how they said, how do you expect 55-plus-year-old referees to catch up with 25-year-old men running faster than anyone runs in the world?
You're true.
So how are you able to keep up with this guys and officiate thoroughly if your slow ass could be their granddad?
It's true.
I say, you know what? That's a good point.
Good point. But overall, at the end of the day, the thing is screwed because of that call. Not really.
No, because they got beaten that play.
Not really. But
the whistle was blown right when the ball was in front of Tyler Boyd's hands. So the corner got destroyed already at that point. So there is no excuse for that. They just blew the whistle because they're dumb, not because there ain't any reason in that.
But also at NBC, before we move on to the next game, NBC, they were the ones that called that game. NBC that called that game, right? Yeah, they got.
They called both, if I'm not mistaken. Both Saturday games.
NBC was the Raiders game, and CBS was the Patriots.
Oh, was it? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Iron Eagle on CBS. Oh yeah,
I remember. Oh yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
my bad. I apologize.
It's cool. But NBC should be ashamed of themselves because they were accused and later proved that they did alter the video. So
For the whistle?
the whistle, so it didn't sound like it was before or after they did it. So it was like, all right, fine.
Yeah, you're not slick, bro.
You're not slick, even though you have people like Tony Dungy who is saying that this is wrong. Like your own people in your own company saying, yo, that's not what happened. This really messed up. They really screwed up. But yeah, NBC should be ashamed of themselves for that.
I don't understand why they want to cover that up. I don't get it.
I don't know why either. I don't know what you gave from that.
Yeah, I don't get
NBC
it.
NBC's had a really rough year this year. Sorry about that, guys, but yeah.
Yeah, they
had a rough year. They were really bad this year.
They sucked this year. Yeah. So one of the questions was answered that we're focusing. I probably should start. I always do this. I'll be forgetting everything. I'm running on 2 hours of sleep, so bear with me. 3 questions that we're trying to focus on. Was the loss expected? Why did they lose? We hit that. And what's next?
Okay.
Also, we also forgot to mention that Derek Carr is getting destroyed because of interception and whatnot. He didn't get it done and whatnot. Continue to unappreciate it. No problem. So when he goes away, you don't have real backup Raiders fans, and y'all start losing every game.
Yeah. I mean, would you rather Derek Carr or Nathan Peterman or Marcus Mariota?
What do you? Come on,
take a pick. Either way, you're gonna be losing because they're both garbage.
You're in a division with Justin Herbert, Mahomes. Don't you think you want more? Okay. All right, whatever. Yeah, we are the Raiders for a reason.
Listen, what else did you want Derek Carr to do? What you want him to do? It's not his fault when his offensive lineman is constantly blowing drives for holding and stupid penalties.
Yeah. So what's next? Because there's a lot of work to be done. Because I'm pretty sure they're not rehiring Bisaccia. So
even though
the head coach,
I think they should give him a consider it, but I know since they fired Mayock, they're gonna go with a new coach, new GM. Even though Rich Bisaccia does deserve praise for how he's handled his team getting into the playoffs. So yeah, so that's just me. If it was me, I would resign him. But when they fired May, I say it's not gonna happen. But they gotta do that. Just a lot of things. First of all, they gotta replace a lot. They need receivers for Carr, honestly speaking, because.
I don't know why people keep hiring Deshaun Jackson. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's time. I think it's time. It's time for him.
He had one of the funnier jobs of the weekend too.
It's time for him to retire. It's time for him to go. He dropped a touchdown pass in that game.
That's what I'm saying. He had one of the funnier jobs.
This was like, and then when he made a big catch, and towards crunch time, going down the field in the final drive, it's like, well, at least you owed him that. You owed him that because what the hell are you doing? It's time for him to retire. I like D-Jax, but yeah, it's time to go.
I never did.
You need to they need to find receivers for Carr. I know Darren Waller's good and Hunter Renfrow's good, but you need somebody else on the other side.
Somebody stretch the field.
Obviously,
that's not 38 years old.
38 years old, and someone who
likes jail.
Yes, who likes jail and has good characteristics and good judgment. But who knows? We may find out in the draft. There are a lot of good receivers coming down in this draft.
It's been that way, I think, for the last 4 years now. There's like 1,000 receivers coming out.
I mean, hey,
y'all need more linemen because
woo! Oh yes, and yeah, because Alex Leatherwood is not going to cut it. It's not. He's not. I know he's a rookie. You talk about he's just a rookie.
Sometimes man.
When you're put him in different positions in the line, he fails in every single one and not doing good. This guy's not good. He's not good.
Nah.
And then they reached for him too. You reached for him in the first round to get him. It's ridiculous.
The Raider way. See?
Good job.
And you got rid of the guy who got him. Good. Smart. That's one of those only smart things you've done, but smart.
But for the most part, we kind of expected the Raiders to lose this game anyway. Coming in, we picked the Bengals to win this game come before the thing. But it was going to be a blowout, like we said it was going to be. But it was looking that way watching it. But they fought. I'll give them credit. They fought. But it is what it is. The Bengals win this game.
Yep.
Not surprised.
Move on. This one Saturday night. And what a spectacle. We're gonna go through this in 2 ways. We're gonna go through this the analytical way, and we're gonna go through this the fan way.
Yes.
Oh. So yeah, they might be mixed. So a certain Massachusetts team, for some reason, don't know why, decided to show up at Buffalo.
Did they show up?
literally show up.
Oh, okay.
Literally,
Oh,
like
okay.
their bodies were there.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Whether there was any competitive spirit, that's a different story. I think we got that question
Answered right
answered.
there.
Yeah. They went to they went to Buffalo.
Round 3.
Round 3.
Third round knockout.
Yeah, and this got completely Mike Tyson and got knocked out. Quick, too.
Very quick. And you know what makes it worse? After they were knocked out, they were just beating them again. Beat them again and again. They're already dead.
It went from boxing to UFC
Yes.
to just a Kimbo Slice street fight.
Yeah. Just
like it was there was no shot. It was insane, the beating. And if you look at the ticker for YouTube people, you look at the ticker, you notice a little low right next to the Patriots.
Because our New England Patriots are the losers of the week.
Mind you, they weren't the only blowout, but here's the difference between the other blowouts. Well, besides Monday night, but I'm not surprised about the Monday night's blowout.
But in this game, the New England Patriots made history in this game.
Yeah, I can't remember this. They made history of doing a lot of things negatively, but this is the one that I'm going to allude to because this is the difference between all the blowouts to me. I think this is the first team that quit on a playoff game before halftime. I don't think anyone's ever done that before in my years of watching. Because when you're in midfield down 3 scores, 20-0, and you decide to punt on 4th and 8 when you're down 3 scores,
Now, what Juan's alluding to, I want to make it perfectly clear. When we said that when you see a team quit, I'm not talking about the players per se because they just do what they're told and they try to do what they can. I'm talking about the coaching staff.
Yeah, that was a good clear up.
Yes, that coaching staff.
Because that was also the second time they didn't go for it on 4th down.
Yes, that coaching staff. Because players go out there and risk an injury. I would never say they quit on the field. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Good save. I appreciate the revive.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too. But yes, the coaching staff quit in the middle and the 5-minute mark in the second quarter, down 20-0. First things first, the defense.
What defense? You mean Buffalo's? Buffalo's was amazing.
Nah, I'm talking about the New England Patriots defense.
Oh, they didn't show up.
As far as the people that were on the field, they were physically there, but they weren't there. It's like the Buffalo Bills literally did whatever they wanted. Literally did whatever they wanted. The first drive, Josh Allen rushed for 40 yards in one drive alone. And then of course,
he won my bet in one drive.
Yeah, he did. He did. The linebackers couldn't grab him, couldn't bring him down. Nothing.
I mean, anyone.
Nobody could bring him down. Nothing. The D line was completely demolished by an average offensive line in the Buffalo Bills.
This is the first team that didn't force a punt or a turnover. They got touchdowns every drive.
Every single
to me, because it says 6 or 7 third down. I'm pretty sure that one was a kneel. So they're actually perfect at third down too. Buffalo Bills. It's to the point where you can't even look at the offense. It's like to look them for what? What the hell?
They had no shot.
Yeah, they didn't.
Like it was completely drift. First of all, again, early on in the game, you had Isaiah McKenzie leaving back where we left off on Miles Bryant. First of all, if you know from the last game, why is Miles Bryant on Isaiah McKenzie? Why?
There is an answer to that, and I will answer that when we get to when we stop the fan stuff. Yes. There's an answer for that. And that's an answer that I'm pretty sure no one remembers, and I alluded to it more than once throughout the whole season.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you straight right now, as a Patriots fan, what we did when that punt happened at 4th and 8 midfield, we stopped watching the game.
Yes, that's the first time in my lifetime where I said I've had enough. And normally when we watched blowout games last year, I was like, I'll just keep it.
We sat there and we watched.
We sat there and watched.
Like that San Francisco beating last year.
Woo! But it's different here because they did this in a playoff game where this is the end of the line. There is no next week if you lose. When they punted the ball on 4th and 8 in the second quarter, they quit. The coaching staff said, "We're done. We're surrendering. The white flag is being waved." The coaching staff, gotta keep on saying that because they don't listen. The coaching staff gave up. So if the coaching staff of my favorite team is waving the white flag and say, you know what, we're not even gonna make an effort to try to get back in this game, then why the hell am I watching? Why are we gonna watch? It was disgusting. It was disgusting to watch, and I couldn't watch it. We couldn't watch it anymore. It hurt because it hurt me. It hurt me as a fan because it's like, listen, like we dedicate our time and our effort for this franchise. We do. We buy their jerseys. We watch tape.
So much that you're mumbling right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We watch so much. We do so much. We love this team. We care about it, and to see them do that, it's to me it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable to even play yourselves like that on national TV, prime time, and a playoff game. For what? You did this for what? Now I'll give you credit. Matt Jones played. He did the best he could. Matt Jones and Kendrick Bourne did the best they could. That first interception that he threw, you know what? Micah Hyde made an amazing play.
That's probably the best defensive play of the year.
Yeah. Micah Hyde made an incredible play to the point where you got Matt Jones, and people were upset Matt Jones for that play. I'm like, Matt Jones could not have thrown that ball any better than what he did. Micah Hyde just made an incredible play.
Yep.
And mind you, we were pissed after the fact. He said, you know what? That's a great play. I can't even be too mad about it. But nobody just got angry after and said, damn, you turned the ball over. Because we knew that we were in trouble. We were in trouble.
Yeah. So the answer for the expected, no. Not like that. Even people who thought that the Patriots were going to get blown out, I don't think they thought this was going to happen.
No, I think people saying I'm going to get blown out. Like Curtis said that if there's a balance, it was a balance and 8 per head. He said it was a balance play call for the Bills. They were going to blow us out. Well, they didn't have to do that because they did whatever they wanted. They literally did.
It was balanced.
It was balanced, and they did exactly what they said they were going to do.
It was balanced. I just don't think that was going to happen.
I was looking at a 30-point blowout.
That's what I'm saying.
For the New England Patriots, no.
Not me with my train though. Oh yeah, so expected, no. Why they lost? Because they showed up. Like there's no other reason to say that's why they lost, because they showed up. Now seriously, now let's have a little bit of fun trying to break down this game for about 3 minutes because I'm already sick of talking about this. There was no cornerback depth in his team since September. I've said this many times going up to the season. So they keep saying, why is Miles Bryant on him? It's because who the hell else is going to be there? You don't have anybody else to cover anybody else. That's why. That's a big hole that this team, there's the biggest reason why this team was primarily playing zone coverage for most of the season. It's because they only had one corner. That's why. When Jalen Mills is your second corner, that is a massive issue. Massive issue, just point blank. Now, not just losers of the week, the unit that deserves that title more than anyone else, and it's not just the week, is losers of the last 5 weeks, the defensive line. They're just paper mache for the past month. They've been garbage. Like, I don't understand what those guys are doing. So, and that kind of talk leads me into what's next. And this can go two ways. One or two ways. It's either somehow Belichick finds pieces to plug in and replace, or this whole team is going to have to go no overall a lot sooner than people are thinking, because there are people that need to go on defense. Hightower needs to go. He's washed. It's over. McCoy needs to go. He's washed. It's over. There's people on a defensive line that needs to be acquired in terms of speed and strength, because these guys were getting dragged by all types of running backs for the last 2.5 months now, at least since Tennessee. getting dragged. 300-pound dudes getting dragged by running backs. And I'm like, okay, I know running backs work out. I know running backs do all this crazy stuff. You see Derrick Henry doing like 700 pounds of deadlifts and freaking all that. Like, you know that, okay. Like, I get it, but so are they. So why are you getting dragged an extra 5 yards every time that you get contact with the running back? That's what's been going on since Tennessee. So it's like, dude, like you need what do you like? Do you not lift? I've been making fun of this franchise for that since early 2010s. like it's like they don't tackle right. I don't know what it is, but they always getting dragged up. They always get extra yards on contact. It's pathetic to watch. Like y'all don't have pride as men. Like why are you getting beat up by other men? I don't get it. Speed. That's another thing, dude. There is no speed in this team at all. Everybody slow as hell still. Like play calling can only get you so far. That's the biggest point I'm trying to make. And we've seen it. It got you as far as having a top defense, but when you played against a team who is more talented than you, that's the result. This is twice you got beaten up by this team. The first time in early December, no, in mid-December, I'm sorry, after Christmas, this is what should have happened. I don't know if you remember us on the post show talking about they should have lost by 50. Well, the Bills made sure it happened this time. That they lost by 30. It happened. The talent gap is too big. So for me as a fan, I have no hope for this team until I see players. And I know I'm not gonna get that. So I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna support and keep wasting my money, no doubt.
Of course.
That's what stupid ass fans do. That's what we do. But I have no realistic hope for this team in the future. None. And I'm gonna also say this as a fan. I think I said this last year. I said Belichick has 2 years to fix up this team, or that man needs to go and retire. 1 year's passed. We may have 3 more wins, but the result's the same. 2022 is a huge year for New England Patriots. That's what's next. This team needs all type. They need cornerback depth. They need faster defensive linebackers, defensive linemen. They need somebody to plug up the middle. They gotta need that. That's just on defense. On offense, is more stuff. The offense is not that far off from being good. Actually, they just need a receiver. Which when you say Patriots, you think of negative receiver. That's what you think. But they just need a receiver to plug in that core together because that core is full of complementary guys. They don't have the guy to put it all together. If they find a guy that can put it all together, this receiving core goes from a C- to a B+, just like that. That's what I mean. That's it. So the offense actually, for my opinion, the offense is actually in way better shape than the defense. Mind you, the defense is like second or third in the league this year. I can guarantee you they're not gonna be that high next year if they don't fix up the depth. Plus, they also had to pay J.C. Jackson. They haven't done that either, too. Just saying. So, yeah. Well, yeah, I don't want to go too far into what's next for them because it's already half an hour. And Jesus, I told you we're going to go past 45 minutes. Anyway, I'm not going to go far into it because if we continue, we will be here for another 2 hours. So we're going to go on to the next game that is on
Sunday.
Which, funny, two out of the 3 games are going to go by much faster because what the hell we got to say about that? But yeah, for Patriots fans, I hope you're scared because you should be. So yeah, like we were saying.
Yes. On Sunday afternoon, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the defending Super Bowl champions, had their way with the Philadelphia Eagles, 31-15. Less can we just say this is expected? Yes. It was expected. We expected the Eagles to get their asses kicked.
I think it was exactly too. Like this is what I pictured when I pictured this game. I thought the Tampa Bay's gonna beat them up quick, and then the Tampa Bay's gonna stall because I figured that was because Philly's defense is not trash. They're gonna stall, and nothing's gonna happen for the Eagles. Exactly what I figured was gonna happen.
Why did they lose? It was simple. Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts.
That kid's buns, bro. You want to put a ghetto?
He's not good.
He's not a passer.
He's not. This is not going to be sustainable in the future for the Eagles. This is not. Howie Roseman should have been fired years ago But obviously, Jeffrey Lurie loves him, wants to keep him around. That's fine, whatever. I don't care. But you got to hold this man accountable. You need a quarterback. You drafted Carson Wentz, and it did not work out well because of injury and because he's just not that guy. A backup quarterback has had more success in the last five years for you guys than your own starters.
Mm-hmm.
You drafted Jalen Hurts for what? That high for what? You didn't. That is not necessary. And then you realize that his strengths, like, he's not good. He's not good at all. All you gotta do, stop the run and force him to throw, and he will.
Cha-ching, a win.
He'll turn the ball over at record pace because this was really bad. Like, that's it. Like, that's the problem.
Yeah, this game was, like, to me, over was the end zone interception at the end of the first half. That kept it 17-0. Because they would have scored in that drive, that game wouldn't have been over. They would have been only down 10. I don't remember who had ball first. I can actually check that really quick. It was Tampa. See? They could have you could have scored, then down 10, and had another possession to begin the third quarter. That would have been the game. But that interception sealed it. And I was waiting for it too. I don't know if you got. I was sitting there. I'm like, he's gonna turn this ball over. There's no way they're gonna score this like right now. Look, bang! That to me, that was the play of the game. Because that game to me again would have been interesting if he would have scored that. He would have had 2 straight possessions. But if they scored twice, they would have been down 3. Ooh, here we got a game. No, not with him at quarterback. That ain't happening.
Absolutely not.
It was simple. And
that's pretty much it. Honestly speaking, it wasn't expected. Now, what's next for the Philadelphia Eagles?
I feel like
I don't think they know.
Yeah, I feel like on defense, it's not too far off from the Patriots because they have a lot of veterans. Do you guys have the guys to either there is your practice squad, whether it's your backups? Do you guys have the personnel to replace their production? Because I'm pretty sure the answer is no.
No.
So you guys have some work to do. I'm just saying. Well, lucky for you guys. You guys have 3 first-round picks to do something with. And since this quarterback class is potentially weak, you don't really have to get one very high, do you?
No.
So now you could bolster up some of the pieces that some of the units that need the help. Like the offensive line is aging. You can get a nice offensive lineman with one of your picks.
Which there are plenty of in the first round.
Mm-hmm. See?
Plenty.
Yep. You can start looking at your defensive line because they're getting old too. Fletcher Cox is a tomb at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a nice little rental for Ryan Kerrigan.
Yes, which also another a lot of good D linemen in this draft as well.
Yep.
3 first round picks. Hey,
I'm saying you can get Darius Slay a running mate.
You could really turn it around really quickly if Howie Roseman does it correctly. Howie Roseman already, remember, he's the same man that passed on Jefferson for Jalen Reagor. He's the same man that drafted Arcia Whiteside. That garbage.
Then that's 2 receivers they messed up at.
Bad.
Jesus. Whiteside and Reagor. Reagor's just hilariously bad.
But hey, other than that, we'll see.
What I mean by that is not that he's so bad it's funny. It's the things that he does that makes him look bad is funny. Like some of the mistakes, in other words. Like the muff punts and all this stuff is hilarious to me. I'm like, this dude, bro.
It's bad enough you do it once, but twice? Come on. Come on, bro. At that point, your head's not in the game.
Yeah, like it's hilarious to me. That's what I meant by that. But yeah, quick. See, that's one that's really fast. Yeah. Now this is gonna take a while too. The Dallas game. Yeah, that game was not good.
No, no.
The quality
was awful.
Absolutely awful.
But let's start. Even though the Dallas Cowboys lost this game, and we're talking about the losers, I need to talk about Jimmy G. I need to talk about him. Oh my God, Jimmy!
You want? I'm pretty sure you're gonna say so that everybody already knows.
Jimmy
but
G.
Hey,
yeah. But let's start with the Cowboys.
All right, go with Jimmy first. I want to first.
Yeah.
Start and with Dallas.
Yeah. Jimmy G. The fact that what bothers me is that everybody's coming at Dallas, for the dumb stuff they did in this game, whatever. But no one's really coming at Jimmy G. Jimmy G was literally trying his best to give this game away to him.
Yeah, in the second half. It was
trying
hilarious.
to get away to him. But if it wasn't for Deebo Samuel And Elijah Mitchell, mostly Deebo Samuel, literally carrying the team on his back. Y'all should have lost this game too.
And McCarthy.
And
And kind of more.
Oh,
and Dak Prescott.
We'll get to them in a second. I'm just saying that they're because I seen Jimmy G celebrating like he did something. Like, no, like, all right, I mean, team won, it's all good and everything, but you were awful. You were terrible.
In the second half, he was bad.
You were terrible, and it's like, come on, like, and it's like, what else do we need to see here? What else do we need to see here?
They know.
He's of course they know. Of course they know. This is it for him. After this year, I don't see him back in San Francisco next year.
Yeah, after next year, 2023, no, he's not gonna be in the team.
Yeah,
definitely not. Definitely. My only real criticism is why the hell they didn't use George Kittle on the passing game.
He only had one catch the entire game.
Like, I understand one of the plays, he missed him. The dude was wide open in the end zone waving, and the Jimmy just missed him because Jimmy is Jimmy. So, okay. But, like, yo, that's your best receiver. Like, why are you not using your best, like, I can't say playmaker anymore. That's Deebo Samuel now. But your best, like, player on offense, to me, like, it's him and Trent Williams are the two best players on offense. Then Deebo Samuel. That's your best receiver. Like, dude, who's the best tight end in football? When healthy. Like, dude, like, what? Why are you not using him? Well, I mean, they got away with it because that's boo-boo on Dallas, I guess. And speaking of them, I love that everything ended the way that it did because it just describes everything. You know what I mean?
First of all, CBS was petty as hell, panning to the fans, the Dallas Cowboy fans.
Oh my god,
that was the funniest thing in the world.
A lot of memeable activity.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure all of you saw.
Everybody saw, and the quality of play. Okay, first of all, the thing is, the Dallas Cowboys committed 14 penalties, correct?
Mm-hmm. For 89 yards.
89 yards. I believe,
and it felt like it was more.
I believe more than half of that was on the offense alone.
I don't know, because Randy Gregory got like 4 of them by himself.
You know, right? Randy Gregory was terrible. Was awful. He was awful. But come on, you didn't run the football. Zeke was literally damn near non-factor. You didn't run the ball. You ran the ball like 60 yards. Ran the ball 60 yards, I guess, or
77.
Yeah.
Remember, a big chunk of that was because of the last play.
We'll get to that in a second.
No, I'll tell you the exact number for running backs right now. Got the stats in front of me just to make sure for this. Okay. 31-14. So they actually ran for 45 yards, the running backs. And one of them only ran 4 times, Antonio Pollard. You know, the better running back.
Yeah. So
just putting that out there.
So Kellen Moore. One of your strengths was running the football because obviously Dak has been awful the last 6 weeks, including this one.
Since that, I said Denver. Yeah. Since that Denver game, he's never been the same since.
Kellen Moore, that was not a good showing for you, especially from someone that's trying to get a head coaching job this year. Yeah, that was not the way to go. The fact that you couldn't run the football is terrible, or you even try to run the football. That's another thing. Then another thing as far as Dak and the receivers is like, where the hell was Amari Cooper? I literally only seen him one time, one catch, maybe one. I literally, I did not hear his name called at all. Nobody showed up, and they expect this to happen. And it's like, wow, as talented roster on paper this team is, they found again once again to completely, and I mean completely, underachieve. Again.
Yeah, it's been there most since 1990. What, 7? That's the last time they won a playoff game?
1996.
So there you go. That.
So yeah, what are we doing here, honestly? And then another thing too is just, I guess we have to say it now. I'm surprised that Mike McCarthy still has his job right now. I really am surprised he still has his job right now. Because what he did in that fourth quarter was by far the worst time management from a coach I've ever seen. Mind you, Cliff Kingsbury's a thing. So that was really bad. You have no timeouts left. There's no timeouts left. and then you thought it was a good job to do a QB draw, run a QB draw with 16 seconds left. Like, really? And then what makes it worse is that apparently that Prescott doesn't know how to play. You and Prescott doesn't know the rules of the game because you're supposed to hand the ball to the receiver, not to your center.
14 seconds left. So you gave him too much time.
You're right.
They actually might have got the spike off it with 16 seconds.
Right. So you're supposed to hand the ball to the official, not to your center.
Mm-hmm.
So people were upset, saying, "Oh, the referee was in the way." No, the referee was doing his job.
He was trying to save your stupid ass. That's what he was trying to do.
Stupid ass from getting penalized, because that would have resulted in a penalty if he snapped the ball,
aka game over.
Game over. So you would have, but then people say, "Oh, but this is." Well, first of all, y'all shouldn't. Like Jerry Jones said, Jerry Jones was correct. He was very pissed off. They shouldn't have been in that position anyway. He's 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
The coaches that let you guys down. Horrible. And then what alarmed me was Dak Prescott's lack of self-awareness when it came to the media. And I'm like,
he was crying.
You've been in the league long enough to know the rules. That's a boneheaded decision. Not let alone you didn't play well. But the fact of the matter is that you and McCarthy still are blaming the referee officials for what they should have got a playoff. They should have went to New York and told them, "Hey, check this out." Check what out? You were wrong. What are we doing here? Like,
I love when they make themselves look even stupider than they are.
And it's bad. And then what makes it worse, again, and this is a part of all Cowboy fans. Most Cowboy fans. Some Cowboy fans are very intelligent, very smart. They're realistic, and that's saying a lot. But a lot of Cowboy fans, this is proved by a lot of Cowboy fans, and Cowboy Nation is one of the worst fan bases in the sport. It's one of the reasons why you're one of the worst, because y'all fail to see the bigger picture. You feel that everybody's against you. All the referees was called against us. Yeah, you commit 14 penalties. Be smarter. The players should be smarter. You can't commit penalties in the situations. When you commit 14 penalties, when you commit 14 penalties in the game, you deserve to lose the game. You deserve to lose.
And I really can't remember if any of them were bogus. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
I think they were well deserved.
What are you doing? Holding calls on a must-win drive, on a must-get play. What are we doing? So then I feel like, you know what? If the New England Patriots didn't play so horribly against the Bills, you guys would have easily been losers of the week.
You're very close.
Very close. Not only for being for bad play, for being a bunch of crybabies, the fan base, and from your coach and from your starting quarterback.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy how Jerry Jones is like
he's had enough of it.
He's cool. He's the cool one. He's like, I'm not even looking at your way at all, because I think you actually did a pretty decent job as a GM as of late.
He has.
And you're the one that's actually realistic about everything. Mind you, he's the one that we usually bash because you usually be crazy half the time. He actually is level-headed. He's telling it like it is, and he actually doing his job pretty well. Actually,
he was very. You can tell
because he knows.
He could say, "Yo, there's no way we should. There's no way they should have lost this game." He thought that this team should have been farther in the postseason.
Well, I can't say he's doing a great job. He did hire Mike McCarthy, so I guess there's your boo-boo there. But I mean, in terms of player personnel, he's actually doing a pretty decent job. There's some good players here.
You got Trayvon Diggs. You got.
I mean, no, that's not because he was trash. That's
no, that's all right.
Brandon Ayuk had him like a cradle all game.
I'm talking about Farmer's performance production from the season. Though he just give him a lot of yards. People could say, "Hey, man, he's pretty good." Michael Parsons, he's a stud. You hit really well on that one.
Money.
That's money right there. He's gonna be a great player for y'all. So make sure you take care of him, because he's gonna want his money real soon, Jerry Jones. But we could afford it. Come on. But yeah. This is
well, I like that you said that, because Can they? Well, would you like me to explain what I mean by can they?
I think the viewing audience would like to know.
I think they do know because they paying players that may or may not deserve the money that they have. Which is where now we're going into the what's next. Because, this is a running back who, come on, let's face it. I think by now everybody knows that the dude ain't good.
It's not.
Ezekiel Elliott is not a good running back. He hasn't been a good running back since his rookie year, because he had the best line in football by far. See, come on now. He's not good. He needs to go. $90 million, that was a big, giant waste. I can't think of purchases in my life that I wasted worse than that. I'm sorry.
No,
Come
I
on,
can't
dude.
either.
Like that's bad. Tyron Smith has been an injury-prone left tackle for the better part of a decade now, right? And mind you, his production is absolutely sensational when on the field. So when is it that you're going to look for a replacement? Because again, he's been out of a few games per season for at least the last 3, at least. You might need to find a better left tackle who stays there because availability is the best ability,
Correct.
especially for offensive linemen.
Of course.
What the hell's the point of you being good if you're not there?
Nope.
So yeah, they need to find a new left tackle because Dak needs it because we all know that Dak is maybe a B+ quarterback at best, and that's only if he has talent. Which is another contract that I thought that I actually am behind because you need a quarterback to stop playing.
Yeah, I agree.
But
they were going to pay him regardless.
Yeah, and they need to. They need to pay him. So people talking about, I've heard things about, it's kind of like, stop. They need to pay him. And he's a top 15 quarterback. Stop it right now. You could win with Dak Prescott. Stop it.
Yeah, you can.
Did he play well yesterday? 2 days ago? Hell no. But come on now. So the contract is fine and all that. But what I'm saying is you need to support this guy. He needs the support. Let's keep it real. So that's another contract that's a little iffy, but he's going to stay. Cooper.
Yes.
I'm paying him a lot of money for him to be what is he? I never considered him good at all. Never considered him a number 1 receiver.
But to be,
and when does he show up?
Occasionally show up. Like I didn't hear his name. I only heard his name one time.
Yeah, he got a touchdown. That's it. Cute.
One time. Other than that, he hasn't produced. He hasn't produced for you guys.
Always does this. He always disappears when it matters. He's done that since the Raiders. So,
CeeDee Lamb, even though he's on a rookie contract, he's on a rookie contract.
Well, you gotta pay that dude, bro.
You gotta pay him though. But so far, he's been like.
He was really good last year, and now he's iffy. So next year's a big year for him.
Yeah, so they will redeem themselves. Maybe it is money next year.
My God, if I'm not mistaken, is a free agent.
I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think he's coming back either, especially with the injury. But I'm just saying. So he's probably going to have a proven deal, which is unfortunate. That's a good player. All right, that's just on offense. Defense. So this DeMarcus Lawrence thing, I paid him a lot of money to be just above mediocre. He's a good player, but he doesn't give you the production that you need overall. I'm just saying. Good run stuffer. It doesn't pass rush all the best, though. So you're paying him top-notch money for what? Just saying.
True.
So can they afford all these things? I don't know.
I love how you segue to that because that was definitely not planned. But
yeah.
Good job, guys.
I don't know, man. So that's what's next. What's next is you got a lot of work to do, which is why you've had a small window to get your asses to the Super Bowl. Because the cash ain't infinite, baby. The cash ain't flowing as much as you think, baby. So, yeah, there's things to do. I'm trading half the people I said. Of course, not that Prescott, hell no. But I'm trading half the people. If I can trade Cooper again, I would. If I could trade Tyron Smith, I would. I would trade a lot of these people. Zeke, if the dead money isn't that much, I'll cut his ass. I won't even trade because no one wants that. No one's gonna trade for him. No. So if the dead money isn't that fat, I will cut him.
Well, I think it is. So I think
they're screwed.
They're stuck with him, yeah.
I think they're screwed. But if this is more research we'll do in the offseason for the guide to 2022 and all stuff like that that'll be coming up later in the year. That's what the research will be done for that, not right now. But that's what's next. This team got some work to do. Lucky for them, they're in this division. But there's this team that we just spoke about the game before that wears green, which is kind of pathetic. They're the best. They've been the best franchise in the past 10 years in this division. Mind you, they used to be the worst by far. They're coming back, the Philadelphia Eagles. So you may not be having a stranglehold on the first, being first in this division for long, especially when they weren't that far behind you to begin with. On a quote unquote rebuilding year. Good luck, Dallas.
Good luck, Dallas.
Now this game will be fast. So,
very fast.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers went and got absolutely annihilated by the Kansas City Chiefs. Was that expected? Yes. How did that happen? Watch the regular season game.
And you'll see it's literally the same thing.
It's the same thing. The offense is just anemic. There's a reason why nobody wanted to see Pittsburgh in the playoffs, because they're not good enough to be in the playoff, which is why the 7th seed is, as of right now, a joke. But I get why NFL did it. They like that chang, so of course they did that. So yeah, Roethlisberger finally, hopefully, is gone for the NFL. Hopefully, because
but he might be, because actually it says wait until we have for this thing for Steelers too, because
what's next?
Oh yes,
you can go straight to that because there's nothing to say.
Yes,
the Kansas City Chiefs also, by the way, did not look very good beating their ass. They took them a minute to beat their ass. Yeah, that's bad because they're playing against a team who's ready for their asses in the name of Buffalo next week. I can't wait for our preview preview show later in the week. Yeah, so Chiefs, step it up, because you got a real team coming your way next week, because they've been beating up on teams who are not very good for the past 2.5 months. Now you're playing against a team who's literally built to whip your ass. Mind you, they did it already 3 months ago. So get ready for that. So that's enough for the Chiefs. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers, let's go straight to what's next, because
it's worse, because they decided to say that it's pointing that Mason Rudolph will be the replacement for Ben Roethlisberger. So you know what that means, Juan? You know what that means, chat? You know what that means?
That they suck?
That they're screwed. Because Mason...
the wrong S word, my bad.
Because Mason Rudolph doesn't deserve... Shouldn't even be in the NFL. He's that bad. He's that garbage. And you thought that... because you use your draft capital to try to get Minka Fitzpatrick. And, yeah.
It worked for a year.
Then you collapse, which
yes, you did.
Collapse seems to be a very good topic coming up soon, but yeah. So you guys,
I know you're waiting for that internally.
I'm waiting for that internally. Yes, I am. You're screwed. You mean to tell me that Dwayne Haskins is that bad?
He has to be.
He has to be.
He has to be.
Are you willing to give Mason Rudolph the keys to the reins?
They said it quick too. They're like, nope. The next day, they're like, Mason Rudolph looking like it's gonna be a star for next year. Well, that's easier for Burrocks. That's easier for Lamar Jackson then.
And
whoever's Cleveland's quarterback, I don't know who it is, but yeah, it's better, easier for them.
So that's an easy 2 wins for y'all.
It is, because their defense ain't that good.
It's not.
That's what I'm saying. What's next? Because they will actually wind up being the worst rush defense in the NFL. Actually. I didn't see coming. I didn't think that was going to happen. But they are 32nd against the run. And you saw it because Jerry McKinnon looked like...
He was incredible yesterday.
Yeah.
He was incredible on Sunday, yeah.
He was. Mind you, he's not that good. People are really putting his name out there, and I'm like, hold on. First of all, that dude is injury prone as all hell, and he's not that good. He's all right. Like, for him to be your third down pass catching back, oh, yes, please. But to be your best running back, because that's the Chiefs' best running back by a mile. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a trash can. Let's keep it real. I think people know that by now. That's your best running back. That's an issue. He's not that good. So for you to get ran on like that shows a lot about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mind you, they have a top defensive player who'll probably win Defensive Player of the Year in a few weeks. Yeah. And that defense overall is trash. They need to overhaul a lot of this defense. Their secondary needs to get overhauled. And guess they need a couple extra linebackers too, because they got just one. He's all right. And Darren Bush is decent. But they got some work to do.
They do have a lot of work to do.
Hence the term we're going to use for the title of this podcast: take out the trash.
Yes. And poor Mike Tomlin, because those...
I didn't pour him nothing. He's just a beast. Because damn, how he got this to the playoffs? I don't know.
I think it will be more of a testament to his career. There's already a luxurious Hall of Fame career already.
Yeah, if that was in question, it ain't now.
No, definitely not. He's surefire.
Like, why is he getting into the realm of do more with less?
If he can take Mason Rudolph and them to the playoffs.
Oh, then that's not happening. Chill. He's not a god now. Let's stop.
You didn't hear what I said. This is what I'm saying.
You said something blasphemous.
No. there's a reason why I said that, because that streak of winning seasons is over.
Yeah, there's no question about that.
But I'm saying, if he manages to get a winning season next year, like get a winning season next year with these, I'm like, you know what?
He's gonna be Mount Rushmore to me if he does that.
I'm like, yo, Mason Rudolph is your quarterback for 17 games. Mind you, he did it with him and Duck Hodges,
and almost made the playoffs. Almost, yeah.
What can you say?
Yeah, so damn, and that's just the defense side of the ball outside of Mason Rudolph. On offense, they got some work to do. That offensive line is absolutely anemic.
That's bad.
Very bad. Their receiving core is actually kind of getting overrated. That Deontay Johnson dude is trash. He needs to get cut, bro. I'm sorry. That dude has stone hands, bro.
He did a lot of drops.
He can't catch the ball. I don't care what you do. If it doesn't matter what you do with the ball if you can't have it. Like, it doesn't make a difference. That dude drops a lot of balls. I don't care about these stupid inflated stats that he has because he was a team leader in reception, all that bull crap. Man, your quarterback only throws 5 yards and you're playing against, you know what I'm saying? And you're playing regular season games against trash, because you do play more trash than you do play against good teams in the regular season. Hence why the regular season people don't care about that all that much. That's what happens. But what happened when you played against a team who's better than you? Mind you, the defense you played against wasn't that good. But what happens when you play against a team who's better than you? And in a big stage, what happened? What he did? How many drops he had? Garbage.
Trash.
Yeah, the only thing you have is a decent rookie tight end. The fire move. I like fire move.
I like him too. He's really good.
And I like Najee Harris. I feel bad for him. My heart aches for him. The things he has to go through in this bum ass team. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this postseason appearance that y'all accidentally got, because I don't know if you're gonna see much more of this in the future, guys.
Hopefully that guy, Jizzle Adonis, be able to understand that.
I think he does.
Yeah, he more likely does. Anyway,
he does. So yesterday's game, or last night's game, rather. I didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna be the hardest game to pick. Apparently, I'm stupid for thinking that. I picked correctly. I'm at 6-0 wild card and wild card weekend.
I unfortunately did not.
We went 5-1.
Yeah, 5-1.
So wow.
5-1.
I think the whole crew went 5-1 except me. I'm on 6-0. Everybody else picked the thing. Wow. That happened. You're not going to tell me that DeAndre Hopkins is that vital that you go from a top 5 offense to a bottom 40 offense just like that from one player. When there's talent in this offense,
I refuse to believe it, because you know why? I went from a top 5 offense with DeAndre Hopkins to
a bottom 40.
Bottom 40. Because
I know why I said, by the way.
Because our good old friend Cliff.
Dude, those play calls were bad, bro.
What did I tell you guys? Now, I picked Arizona to win this game, but I did say that the only way they lose this game is if Cliff Kingsbury coaches them out of the game. And what did he do? He did not only just out-coach them out of the game, he coached them into an ass whooping of epic proportions. This was bad. Kyler Murray had no chance with him calling the plays. And what does that mean for the Arizona Cardinals? Which, by the way, did I not say after the Green Bay game they're going 1 and done?
You did say that.
I did say that.
Yeah, you go ahead and gloat.
Oh yes, and I said because there's no way. There's no way. Cliff Kingsbury once again flaming out in the second half of this season.
Yep,
like we knew he would for the 3rd straight season in Arizona. Mm-hmm. Not even counting the years he was in Texas Tech, where he did the exact same thing. He went 13-19 with Patrick Mahomes in college. That doesn't make any sense to me. Hence why Patrick Mahomes wasn't drafted in the top 10 at all. He was 11 or 12. I don't know. But the point is, he wasn't top 10.
He wasn't. I thought he was 10th on the dot.
No, you're right. He is 10. You're right. He is 10. I'm sorry. He is 10th.
Yeah, if he was in the better program, he might have been first overall.
I don't know why he was first overall. But hey, man. So please explain to me.
First overall. Was it Garrett? That sounds right.
Myles Garrett.
I think so.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, it's Garrett.
Because number 2 was Mitchell Trubisky.
That ain't got nothing to do with the NFL. That's on Brian Pace's stupid ass, and that's why he's unemployed.
Yes.
Anyway.
And I'm not gonna lie, now, of course, they won 11 games this year. Wait.
You said they won 11 games, right?
They won 11 games, yes.
When did they get their first loss? What was their record when they got their first loss?
7-1. So that means they've lost 4 of their last 7 games to end the season. They lost 7-11 to win the end.
They didn't go 10-0?
No, they went 7-1.
They did?
7-1.
I could have sworn they went 10-0.
They went 7-1 and lost.
I know they were like undefeated for a while.
They were undefeated. They went 7-1 and they lost 7 of their last 11 games.
I should believe it because you hate them so damn much.
I don't hate the Cardinals. I hate Cliff Kingsbury. I think he's
close enough.
He's an overrated coach. That why he got the job, I don't know, because they think that he's the smartest man in the room, and he's clearly not the smartest man in the room. He's clearly an idiot. Clearly an idiot.
Oh my!
Like, what were you thinking? Like, what those play calls? What were you thinking,
dude?
Against a ferocious D line, you think that was going to cut it? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I honestly can't believe it. And the fact of the matter is that you know what?
I can't stand when trying to look for a schedule, right? And they want to put all this extra crap. Like, can't you just give me the list of the damn games? Like, you're really pissing me off. But yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Want to rent that out?
Yeah, they went 7-11. 7-11, of course.
Yo, dude, I could have sworn. Cause weren't they like the last undefeated? No, continue. I know you got more to say.
They were the last undefeated team. They were 7 and.
Yeah, they were 7-1. Yeah,
7-1 and lost the last small lost 7-11.
They were 10-2. Right, that's what it was, and then lost 4 out of the 5 or something like that.
Yeah, but from
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they were 10-2. That's what I'm thinking. I know it wasn't that off. Okay, yeah. They were 10-2, and then they lost basically the rest of the games outside Dallas.
That's what I'm saying. But from the 7-0 start, they lost a 7 or less 11. That's what I mean. I say that from the 7-0 start.
But I feel like you should have went with the December losses because it makes it sound worse. But it's whatever.
Still really bad.
I guess I know how to hate worse.
You're right. I mean,
I'm gonna practice with Lamar Jackson. So.
Oh, shit. But nah, this is unacceptable. It was really, really bad, unfortunately. But prayers to Buda Baker for that ferocious hit by.
He's good though. He's
good. Thank God. That's really tough, really, really hard to see. But yeah, the Cardinals, they had no business being here. They proved. No, I'm talking about they proved. Washington was saying that you guys. Well, I knew it. I've known this since week 8 that you guys are not going to do anything, and I was right. And my question is, moving forward, because to me, Cliff Kingsbury's on the hot seat coming into next year. There's no question about it. He's on the hot seat next year because you can't have 3 straight seasons in Arizona where you collapse like this. Second half collapse. You can't do it. Did you know that he's 9 for 20, 9-20 after week 8? 9-20.
45%. Yeah.
I mean, if the Cardinals are good with mediocrity, then keep him. But I think that Kyler Murray is being done a disservice having this idiot as his coach. To be honest with you,
I love how you are heel today.
I am a heel, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Watching this game, I was sad for Kyler Murray. Like, damn man, Kyler Murray looks terrible. Which he played horrible. Don't get me wrong. He was awful in this game. But there's not much he can do. It's what it is. I guess it's a division game, a great defense, and the moment was too big. He played horrible.
It kind of did feel like the moment was too big for them.
But I had a joke for that one. I mean, think about it. Everything's too big for him.
Yeah. Poor guy.
But nah. The moment was too big for him. To me, I think he'll be stronger. He can learn from this. And try to improve him next year. But that was a bad showing. But as far as, unfortunately, he can only go so far. His growth will be stunted, no pun intended, as long as Cliff Kingsbury is the coach. I couldn't help myself.
Okay, so let's go more X's and O's now.
Okay, go ahead.
Why that happened. So you know that guy that plays in defensive line for the Rams named Aaron Donald? Yeah, that guy. He actually got second. Von Miller rose from the ashes of the 2015 season and decided to play like he was carrying Peyton Manning to a Super Bowl, maybe he'll do it again with Matthew Stafford. Mind you, he actually played great. Matthew Stafford. That offense, him and Odell Beckham took over the whole first half. It was really hilarious to see. I know Cleveland fans was like, watching all that happen, but oh well. We had better quarterback. Anyway, but dude, like that defensive line absolutely obliterated Arizona. It's unserious. It was crazy to see. And I actually like Von Miller a lot. So I was just sitting there like, damn, he about to do this again? Maybe he's just like the best playoff performer we've seen in a while then, because for some reason when he's in the postseason, you know where he's at. And unfortunately, the quarterback does too.
And you know what's crazy? Oh, yeah, that's true. And unfortunately for teams in the NFC, that's scary as hell.
That's scary as hell, especially the way Von Miller looked. He looked young. He was chasing Kyler and catching him, though. Like, that's the part that I'm like, oh, nah, this dude is still this athletic? He's like 34. Like, he's still this athletic? Oh, nah, this league got massive issue, dude.
Scary.
Like this team might actually buy their way to a championship is actually possible. So, which I hope doesn't happen because I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
But damn,
Tampa's gonna have their hands full. If Von Miller play like that, like he did next week,
especially with a hurt Tristan Wirfs.
Oh boy,
who's from according to reports, he is in a walking boot. That's an issue. It's bad enough that they're already a bad matchup for Tampa in Los Angeles. They already match up well against Tampa Bay. The fact that you have to go there as injured as you are, and maybe then some, they're coming to you rather. I don't know, man. I don't know. They might be buying their way to a Super Bowl, man. Screw homegrown talent. You know, they got cut. But screw that. Buy it. Trade for Stafford. Buy Ramsey. Buy Von Miller.
Hey, listen. If it works, if it works, you can't get mad. I don't like it, but if it works, then hey, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the owner's not gonna give a shit how you did it.
Did you get a chip? Yeah. Did you get the chip? You got the Lombardi?
I don't care. Do your thing. Now, chances are this type of way of managing and building a team is not sustainable, as we know.
No, it's definitely not sustainable.
Not sustainable. This will backfire later, but if they win a championship, who cares? Now they don't win a championship.
Amen.
Yeah. Look at I'm not gonna mention them, but it's whatever. But it's
but like you were saying, if they don't
win a championship, then
this is hilarious.
You'll be seeing me again because I have this record of me saying that the collapse is coming, but they somehow found a way to stall it, like the Undertaker's career before WWE.
Cool Max Cunningham.
Yeah, that's for real. But other than that.
So where would we go from here? What team was on? Arizona, right?
Where you go from here? Hope to God that DeAndre Hopkins is back healthy, and
I mean he has plenty of time to get healthy now. So
yeah, of course. He'll be back next year. The fact of the matter is that it's really bad that you look this anemic without him. Looks really bad. Obviously, if he's getting all the attention, it opens up over receivers to make plays, maybe running the game. But this is really bad. Is DeAndre Hopkins really the MVP, really the most valuable player on this team?
Yes.
He might be, yes.
But, that's the question. But defensively, they got most of that run defense because my God,
Cam Akers
was just doing whatever the hell he wanted. Yeah, you need to bolster up that run defense ASAP. That's really bad.
Now, speaking of Cam Akers, I have to mention this there. Because people were saying that should they have to throw him out of the game? The hit, even though it's unfortunate what happened to Buda Baker, I don't think it was malicious at all. It wasn't malicious. It wasn't malicious at all. So that's why they didn't throw him out of the game. They didn't throw him out of the game because it wasn't malicious. It's unfortunate that it happened. Now Aaron Donald. Now Donald did. First of all, if I was a referee, I'd be like, "Am we gonna throw him out of the game because I don't want to die. Like I don't want him to kill me." But what he did, that was ridiculous. He should have got thrown out of the game.
You're winning.
Like why?
Why are you doing that?
What are you doing this for? Now, first of all,
meathead. Like I don't understand. What are you doing?
Please don't hurt us. Please don't hurt us. Don't mean to be
I ain't scared of nobody. I don't care how big you are, bro. The truth is the truth. Like, what are y'all doing?
But better yet, hit us so we can get rich.
You mean our family's gonna get rich?
Yeah, our family,
because we're not.
Because we're gonna die if you hit us. We're probably not gonna be here anymore or be seriously injured.
All jokes aside, I don't understand what he was doing.
Yeah,
I guess they were mouthing off and all that, but dude, you're winning. Just tell him scoreboard.
Score.
Keep talking, loser. Like he could have been doing that. I don't understand
keep talking.
I don't know, man.
The biggest loser you have is the man, the coach, the other side. You gotta have the coach you got.
We're not on the field with him, so I don't know. He said something crazy. I don't know. So it's none of our business anyway.
Yeah,
but those yards, lucky y'all were beating the hell out of them so bad. The loss of yards, whatever, doesn't matter.
It didn't matter.
But if you got kicked out, that would have been huge. So, God, chill out, man. Keep your composure. You're better than that, Aaron. Definitely better than that.
You're one of the best defensive players in the league right now. You know
ever.
I mean, yeah.
One of the best players ever.
I'm being modest, but yeah, he's fucking amazing. But oh wow. Other than that, we're not here, right?
Yeah, we're done here.
Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. We're on Apple Podcasts. Type our names in there. We're right there. Just download us from there. We're also available on any podcast platform that you guys so choose to use. That being said, the divisional round will be this weekend, and it's gonna be very interesting.
It is gonna be interesting. Again, the trash is now taken out probably. Now we may see some competitive football this weekend. Let's go.
Let's hope to God.
And you know what's good? There is no Monday night game. Yes. Us East Coast people, thank the Lord.
Yes, and that means that we could get an episode out even earlier.
Yep, and not even that. The Sunday game that is at 6.
Yeah,
not 8.
Yes.
I get to sleep. Let's go.
Peace, brother.